Hi guys, Spink here. This is episode 20 of our Let's Learn Ageod Civil War 2. We're resuming where we left off. We were still doing, I think we had finished up the movement, and we're ready to hit the production and whatnot before we execute a turn. While I was watching the video that I'd recorded before I uploaded, I did see that I kind of had a bit of a dumb spell here, as can happen, where I thought, oh, here's this unit that's become available, let's move him down to whatever. Well, this is the guy. Let's get rid of all of this movement. I'm just hitting the delete key to get rid of all these things. This is the guy we moved down here to scout out Georgetown. This is not a new unit that's popped out. So we do have a militia unit. It's a level 2 town. Pardon me. We have a size 1 harbor. It's not awesome here. Size 1 harbor at Beaufort. Brunswick is a size 1. So we got to figure out where we're gonna. I think we'll take Georgetown here. If I'm not mistaken, this is where Port Royal is located, which was the first real Union invasion. And I'm not necessarily looking to pick it because it was the first one that they actually attacked, necessarily that I'm slavishly following history. It's that, well, if there's a reason that it was picked historically, it's probably an appropriate reason for it to pick it now. I don't know if it was Beaufort or here that ended up being. If I knew how to pause this recording, I'd just put a pause in here and go look and Google it and figure out exactly where it's at, but I can't figure out how to pause it because I'm technical. So I think what we're still gonna target Georgetown here. Georgetown. What happened to Wilmington? Wilmington's way up here. So I think we're still going to kind of think about targeting Georgetown here. Let's take this, see what his supply situation is. Supply situation is awesome. We're going to take him down to Beaufort. Beaufort exits onto the Savannah Estuary and Beaufort Bay. So there's Beaufort Bay. So this particular harbor exits to both places. I wonder if that's going to run the guns there. I don't think I want to do that if that is the case. Let's skirt that so that we can kind of maybe get an idea of what's going on there. I think if I went into this sea region, that potentially at least Fort Sumter and possibly one of these other units can, maybe not this one, but this one would possibly get a shot at me. So I'm going to move him around that way. And I think, if I recall, that's the only move order I wanted to redo. Let's take a look up here with our. First of all, let's look at the objectives tab. The Confederate morale is 98. Ours is 96. Their victory point total is 433. Ours is 332. We're getting 42 per turn. They're getting 61 a turn, which means essentially that they control more of the strategic cities than we do. Okay. Let's go back to war production and see what we're looking at here. What is this? That's artillery. Let's grab one of those. Basically anything that's sitting here on a 0. That's line infantry. Let's grab a few of those. What do we got over here? We're good now over here. So when you do select those, it is going to cost out of your deals here. I think we're still artillery shy. We haven't made any ironclads in a long time. Maybe we should do that. Let's go to the construction menu and hit that. Grab northwest. River ironclads. 70 war supply. Ha ha ha. Before I do that, let's take a look at some of these other things that we have the option of doing. The rail pool. We could charter ocean ships, which would gain free ship replacement. 1 light warship, 5 transport ships. Now, when that says free ship replacements, does that refer to these? I think that's what that refers to. These are the replacements. That doesn't sound terribly appealing for $75,000. Especially since we can buy them for quite a bit less without the, no, it does, the resource costs are not going in there, but, not something that's jumping out at me as something I really want to do. We can build armories, we can build more ironworks. $200,000, 50,000 tons of war supply. And that's to build only 2 ironworks. You know, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that because we do need to be increasing our naval forces, and naval forces, both the ironclads and the blockade forces, and presumably we'll need to produce more of the other ships for the Brownwater blockade, but they're going to be pretty high in the war supply, so I think I'm going to go ahead and take these right now. Okay, let's go back to here and kind of refresh my memory as to what we've got going on with this. We got a lot of artillery we've been building. Here's our next turn. We're going to get those additional units we built in Council Bluffs. We've got some 2 units of artillery are going to show up in Kentucky. We've got 1 in Baltimore. Our first 2 ironclads are going to show up. We've got some artillery in Council Bluffs, Baltimore, that are going to show up. Basically, these top rows are going to show up next turn. Let's take a look down here. Make sure. Oh, I think we already did that. The Kent. Oh, that's our blockade flotilla. 15 turns. So basically, we're looking at a 6-month lead time, 6 to 7 month lead time when we build maybe it's a 7 to 8 month lead time when we build these blockade flotillas. So that's definitely something to keep in the back of the brain pan there, that when we need to build these blockade flotillas, that's going to be a good 7 to 8 month delay in building those. Okay, I think I am going to build, though, a river ironclad in Cairo here, and just the 1. And I'm still feeling that I am artillery poor. So what are we looking at this? We can build in Wisconsin and Iowa. Let's look up here. Wisconsin, more artillery, Madison, Dane County, Wisconsin. 3 of those, and that's going to be it for war supply. So I think we're gonna sit right there as far as our builds go, and let's look at our regional events that we can do. Let's go back to the regions and sort by war supplies and check the loyalty. See if we still have that Prince George and Baltimore. Let's go back over here. Scroll in a bit. Let's see if we can let's see what we can actually. Okay, looks like we got a habeas corpus going in both of those now, in Baltimore and in Washington. What can we do with martial law? Costs the national morale. I'm real hesitant to do anything that costs us national morale. We could plunder Leesburg. Be slightly bastardly there. And would gain us $45,000. $35,000. It would cost us 45 loyalty in that region, 20 military command. The military command will come back very quickly because we do have a unit there. 5 victory points and 5 development points. If this was a little deeper in Confederate territory, I think I would consider doing that. But it's, you know, so I don't think I will just yet because it's quite a bit. Scorched earth, no. Open trail clearing, 5,000. $5,000 and 5 development points. Let's see what we could. Whoops. Up here, let's see if there's anywhere we really feel like doing this. Clearing the land, increasing. What do we got way out west? Does this apply at all out west? Maybe Southern California here. What is it going to do? It's going to increase our development. This is very, very poor right now. Wild. It's just got a track. So this is something we definitely... this requires a development level of 10 or more points. Well, it's 10, but it's not saying that we can do it. I wonder why that is. Your transport level is not within the limits of the destination, whatever that means. Well, let's start off with clearing. I think if we do some development in southeastern California here, that will increase the rate at which we can move our supply through here, at the very least. So we'll be able to start building up these other decisions there. So I think we'll do that. Development. That also potentially can increase our supply production, perhaps. What if we start trying to increase the infrastructure in this area? It's relatively well. Oh, no, they're gone. Open trail is $35,000. Roads $75,000. Increase the loyalty here. I think we'll leave it at that. Let's see, we're 15 minutes in. Also at the first of the year, there's a bunch of additional of these regional decisions become available. I think now, let's see, we're going to execute the turn. Let me make sure. Yes, I am recording. Okay, that's always a plus. Oh, let me think. Before I hit the turn here, if we recall, Burnside and Banks last turn failed to be activated and reverted to a defensive stance. Let's put these on offensive before we hit the turn. Okay. Okay, I'm not real thrilled about throwing these guys in here into this harsh weather, but I'm going to do it anyway. Kind of goes against the grain of kind of my thinking of how things should be done, but I'm going to do it anyway, and we'll see what the result of that is, and then I'll use that to guide my actions going forward. Okay. Let's see if Johnston shows up anywhere here. He was in Falmouth, and then he was just gone. He can't get back to the valley through Manassas because we blew that railroad there. So if he is going back to Manassas, don't know. He's obviously in an area currently where we have a low enough detection value there that we don't have anything. So anything, you know, even if we have a 1 detection rating, we're going to be able to see something. Oh, holy cow, what happened? Oh, Burnside went into Harper's Ferry, and I'm guessing that we captured that artillery battery there. If he did, that's awesome, because Burnside doesn't have any artillery. Now here we have a river crossing penalty from that. The commanding general led well, so I would not be surprised if Burnside is commended. We had supply. We got lucky, and we whacked this guy, and he did have some entrenchment. Well, that's awesome. Oh, there's some naval force, some movement happening here. Oh, we're still starting to have, we're still messing around down here in I wonder if these guys now are starting to retreat, to fall back due to the weather. Oh, there we go. Beauregard, he's moving up. He was sitting in front of Butler, and he's moved up. I wonder what's going on with that. And if Butler has got anybody sitting in front of him now. Okay, let's look at our national morale first. We lost 1 from an option or event. Our victory points increased by 1 from an event, and from a battle, and 42 from control. Let's look at the objectives real quick. Confederacy is at 98 morale. We are at 95. They're still outstripping us pretty good on victory points, but not quite as bad as I think it once was. I think that foreign entry has creeped up just a smidge. Well, let's go through here and look at the actions. Van Wyck report. Van Wyck report. Oh, this is the, looks to be something dealing with Secretary of War Simon Cameron and corruption and whatnot. So what is that? What at another time would be simple knavery is now the blackest treason. So, oh, that's not good. We lost $100,000 and 1 national morale. We can increase our river pool again. The Confederacy has decided to issue war bonds. Okay, here's some of our that initial investment we made in New England for additional ironworks. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them have started out there. That's good. Brigadier Canby is awaiting a new command in Central California. Yeah, he might need to come down here and shake up Carleton just a little bit, because Carleton he's got something going on here. He doesn't seem to want to fight. A new Army headquarters is able to be built. Okay. The Western Brigade has been formed. Being unable to muster combat strength, Burnside's force halted here. Oh, so this is interesting. So they both came in. It looks like Burnside came in, took care of, and that's interesting. He's already at a defensive posture. We'll have to see what happened there. Burnside definitely got there first, though. Fleet was delayed. Carleton again reverts to a defensive stance. Hey, McClellan could go and attack stuff. How come you can't? Burnside force has arrived. The Atlantic Fleet took some. Oh, that's the Atlantic Squadron. Stone. Various units moving to wherever various units do. This Atlantic Squadron took quite a bit of. Oh, he's currently moving towards. This is the blockade squadron that we're moving down to the Gulf, and he's taken some hits on his way down there. I think that's due to the weather. 9th Wisconsin have been successfully trained. Presumably that's Halleck. I apparently at some point put Halleck inside the Alexandria defenses. 2nd Wisconsin, we finished building an armory in these regions over here. These are going to increase our supply. Now, I think when we did that, I don't think our supply situation is such that really warranted doing that. We should probably have done the heavy industry, the war supply ones. But there you are. Okay, we did build our depot here now. So we have a depot, let's scoot him over, in southeastern California. So if we hover over here, is it going to, yeah, we have a depot, a size 1 depot. Now I assume, since we did see in Manassas they had a size 4 depot, presumably if we continue to try to build a depot here, that will increase the size of the depot. That would be my guess, is what that would be. And the larger the depot, the more supplies it can push through on any given turn. Okay, so we've got that. Building the armory, finished building the depot. We've got a bunch of, oh, here's our Iowa troops in Council Bluffs. Here's some Louisville troops have become trained. This is the ownership. We have started building a depot, yes, and we have finished building a depot. Okay, we did take Falmouth over here with Hooker's force. We captured a little bit of ammunition and oh, there we go. There's Beauregard. Well, there's Beauregard. Where is Johnston? Nobody is apparently sitting in front of Butler. So we have Beauregard sitting here in Culpeper. We have, where'd you go, young man? You're not inside Manassas. You're here. The weather is still clear. We're in early December. The weather is still clear in the Eastern Theater here. So what are we looking at for? Okay, we're starting to build the military control in Falmouth down here in Stafford, Virginia. So that looks decent. We did take, not only did we take Harper's Ferry, oh, we haven't taken Harper's Ferry. Oh, we just defeated the unit that was in the region, and that was that artillery unit, and we did destroy it. It does not look like we captured it. We destroyed it. So we're going to still have to assault Harper's Ferry or besiege them in order to seize control of the depot and the armory itself. What do we got here? This guy just sitting here. The Western Brigade, a 2-regiment brigade, 1 Ohio, 1 Michigan brigade. I believe these are going to be an elite unit. Yeah. I think we sent all of our elite units to the Eastern Theater at this point. Why don't we send this one here? Move by rail. Okay, here is our force that we're building up in Council Bluffs. I think this is going to be done very soon. So I'll just stick them all here rather than moving the force immediately, because we don't. What is this? This is. Why is this a different color? I don't know. So we'll just let this artillery unit finish forming, and then we'll move them down. Let's see, we're on the rail track up here. We can bring them around by rail to St. Joseph, or we can bring them down the Missouri to Leavenworth. We'll see which is the best route for that, and that's what's going to eventually combine with Griffin and Asboth, and we're going to form a unit of sufficient quantity to get these guys out of here, as they are annoying us. Hooker, we'll just leave him here and let him, well, you know, let's take him off of offensive. I think just due to the size of his force, it will be sufficient to increase the military control here. I think he should have a supply wagon with him. We'll send one down from Washington when we get to that point. Kentucky Supply. Okay, this is the supply wagon. We moved back to Louisville. We're all snowed in here, harsh weather. We're going to take this supply wagon and we are going to build a depot here in Louisville, and that should ensure that our supply situation in this region stays good. 3 batteries of artillery. Awesome. Let's take these 2 Hurlbuts for us. We're going to send them by rail, and then next turn we're gonna rejigger our divisions to actually have some artillery. This cavalry brigade we brought down here on the thought that maybe this guy's going to do something, but apparently not. I think we'll leave him here. I am going to drop him back to a defensive stance, and I think we're just going to leave him in Rolla to protect him from the weather. So we'll just hang here. Same with what's going on there. 1st Missouri Brigade. Make sure we've got him on permanent sentry. Anyway, let's pop back to here. We do have this other brigade has shown up. We're going to combine that with the 17th Division. Thusly, we have 17, we have 12. So we're still going to have a 10% deficit. Not horrible, but we do have an additional militia unit here. We have the powder mill here. Okay. Let me back up again. What's our... This is... We're using 52 per turn, so even at the rate we're at right now, it will last 3 turns, even if we don't get any additional supply in here. And we are going to start getting additional supply in here. As you can see, we received 33 last turn, and that's only going to improve when we get this this depot in Louisville here. So I think we're looking really good here for these guys. Butler. Oh, see now there's our blockade is back. So apparently we just didn't have enough force in the James River, and I'm assuming that was due to our cohesion loss. Well, Butler, why don't you, excuse me, scooch up here and kind of see what there is to see. We have 100% military control. We're also starting to build up some supply here in Williamsburg. Is there a depot here? There is not a depot, but we do have 155 supply there. So yeah, so he's doing pretty good as far as that goes. What's next? Grant. It's winter time. We're just gonna sit tight. He's starting to lose supply. So, well, I don't remember. He might be increasing because I don't recall what he was at last time. We're just gonna let him sit here and increase his supply. Can be. And come down here and see if you can help this dude out, because he's obviously got issues. Carson's brigade. Carleton. Once again, we're going to try to put him on offensive and kill this guy before he starves to death. Good Lord, we're at 4 entrenchment here. We've been sitting here that long. You know what? Here's the thought. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Carleton, and I'm going to take 2 batteries of artillery, and I'm going to take the infantry, both of the infantry, 2 batteries of artillery, and I'm sending him south. He's gonna get up here in Fort Yuma, and what is remaining here, this cavalry brigade and this artillery battery, we're gonna take this guy out. I'm tired of farting around here with Carleton. So this cavalry unit and this artillery battery is going to be more than enough to wipe that guy out. Should have done that weeks ago. Our pack trains are still sitting here in Yuma, Fort Yuma. We're going to just leave them there. Supply stacks. What do we got for throughput? We've sent and received. So we should start to see Fort Yuma start building up some supply here now that we've got a depot there. Down to 46%. So we've still got quite a bit quite a bit here. I think we're only dropping by 4 per day, so, or 4 per turn, so we've got quite a bit of wiggle room here. Skip him. These guys, I don't think I want to combine them. We'll leave, why don't we leave Banks on defend, and we'll put Burnside on assault. Let's see how that works out, because last time we had our unit on assault, and a Confederate force came up to relieve it, and we ended up in an assault posture instead of a defense posture. So we'll try that. Looks like we're past 30. I'm going to keep going here. Leave him there. Griffin stays there. That stays there. That stays there. Blanker is now a division commander. We're going to grab these units and stick him in there. We may rejigger these at some point. Cincinnati. Oh, this is the guy. We put him here. We're going to put him in passive, and we're going to let this guy rebuild. Okay. Stone's just going to sit here. This guy will just sit here as well. Oh, the flotilla brigade has arrived, so we're going to have to take care of him. We're out of time. Maybe I will put a break here, and then we'll come back and finish off the movement, and then do the production, and then run the turn. So I will see you next time.